So let's say that we're trying to figure out how to calculate all the costs when we only know a couple of things. So for example, let's say we only know that fixed cost is $7 and that marginal cost, which we're abbreviating MC, is as shown in this table. And we want to fill out the rest of the table. Well, that seems pretty impossible because we have so little information, but in fact, we have enough information to fill out the rest of this table. So VC stands for variable cost. And one thing we know is that variable cost at quantity 0 is always 0. So we can fill in this. And we also know that marginal cost equals the change in variable cost divided by the change in quantity. And we can see that our quantity is always going up by 1. So we can just say that the variable cost is going to be affected just by the marginal cost, or the marginal cost is just the change in variable cost. So if variable cost is changing by 5, from here, we can just take the 0, add the 5, and we get variable cost at quantity 1 is 5. Then the marginal cost of 2 is 8. So that's the change in the variable cost. So if variable cost is going to change by 8, 5 plus 8 is 13. So that goes right there. And similarly, the change in variable cost for item 3 is 12, changing 13 by 12. 13 plus 12 is 25. So you can put that there. Now, average just means divide by quantity. So the average variable cost is just the variable cost divided by the quantity. Well, dividing by 0 is undefined. So that is why I put the line there, just as marginal cost at quantity 0 is undefined. So I just put a little line there. You can put NA or undefined, anything you want to put, but it's just not a number. And then 5 divided by 1 is 5. And 13 divided by 2 is $16.50. Remember, these costs are in terms of money. So we can even put the dollar sign in each one of these boxes if we wanted to. Just to save space, I'm not doing that. But I'm going to put the dollar sign here just to remind us that we're talking in terms of dollars and cents. So we can say 13 divided by 2 is $6.50. And 25 divided by 3 would get us to $8.33. $25 variable cost divided by quantity 3, $8.33. Now, I did start off by showing that the fixed cost is $7. So if the fixed cost is $7, we know that total cost at quantity 0 is fixed cost. So we can put the 7 right there. And total cost is just variable cost plus fixed cost. So 5 plus 7 is 12. 13 plus 7 is 20. And 25 plus 7 is 32. So now we have total cost, and then average total cost is just total cost divided by quantity. So 7 divided by 0 is undefined. 12 divided by 1 is 12. 20 divided by 2 is 10. And 32 divided by 3 is $10.67. So all we knew was marginal cost and fixed cost, and yet we were able to fill out the entire rest of the table. So sometimes you're going to have problems where you think you don't have enough information, but in fact, you do have enough information. You add the information from the problem with things that you already know, and you're able to fill out the entire table.